Have you ever found yourself suddenly overwhelmed with pain the moment that one person pops into your mind? Maybe it's a former friend, a partner, a colleague, or even family members. No matter how much time has passed, the hurt still feels fresh. It can be a stabbing pain, a tightness in your chest, a reminder of a betrayal, a broken trust, or something that was left unresolved. Why does this happen? Why does that person, even after years, have such an impact on your emotions? Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." But what happens when the people you spent time with weren't just influences? They hurt you, let you down, or broke your trust. Why does their presence in your mind continue to hurt, and how can you break free from it? Today, I'm going to walk you through a process to understand why that person still hurts you, and more importantly, how you can take back your emotional freedom, just like Jim Rohn taught us. Let's dive into it. Point number 1, unresolved emotions hold us back. Have you ever had that feeling when you think about someone who hurt you, and it's as if that pain has never truly gone away? It lingers like a shadow hanging over your heart, a weight in your chest, or a tightness in your stomach. You try to move forward, but those emotions resurface. They don't just vanish. They stay buried beneath the surface, ready to rise up when you least expect it. Jim Rohn once said, "The pain you feel today is the strength you feel tomorrow." This statement holds profound wisdom. Pain, in and of itself, is not something we should avoid or run from. It can be a powerful force of transformation if we choose to use it as a stepping stone for growth. However, when we allow pain to remain unresolved, it becomes like a chain holding us in the past, preventing us from stepping into the future. Unresolved emotions are like a deep wound that never gets treated. They continue to fester and cause more harm. Every time you think about the person who hurt you, that same emotional scar reopens, and you feel the same hurt, the same anger, and the same betrayal. This cycle keeps you stuck, and the more you avoid facing it, the more power those emotions have over you. Think about a time when someone betrayed your trust. Maybe they lied to you, took advantage of your kindness, or let you down in a way that left you reeling. Did you allow yourself to fully process the hurt in that moment, or did you bottle it up and move on, hoping it would just go away? The truth is, that pain didn't vanish. It was stored deep within you. And now, every time that person crosses your mind, those same feelings flood back like a tidal wave. But here's the thing. You don't have to carry that pain forever. To break free from it, you must confront it. You must face those emotions head on. Acknowledge them, understand them, and most importantly, use them as a lesson. What did this experience teach you about boundaries, trust, or your own strength? Pain that isn't fully processed becomes like a weight on your shoulders, and the longer you carry it, the heavier it becomes. It's time to stop letting unresolved emotions dictate your life. When you choose to release them, you are no longer bound by the past. You are free to move forward. You don't have to forget what happened, but you can choose to stop allowing it to control you. Point number 2, you are in control of your emotions. It's easy to fall into the belief that our emotions are beyond our control, that we're powerless when it comes to how we feel. You might think, "I can't help it. Every time I think about them, I feel hurt." And yes, it's true that our emotions can seem overwhelming at times. But here's the liberating truth. You are not a victim of your emotions. You have the power to shape how you respond to them. Jim Rohn taught us a fundamental lesson. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. This applies not only to your external circumstances, but also to your emotional world. You may not be able to erase all the hurt instantly, but you can choose, in any given moment, to change how you react to it. Imagine this. You're sitting quietly, and suddenly, the person who hurt you enters your mind. Maybe it's a memory of their betrayal, or perhaps it's a fresh wave of anger. You feel that familiar rush of emotion, sadness, frustration, or resentment. But here's the key moment. You have a choice. You can allow that wave of emotion to drown you, or you can take control and redirect your focus. It won't always be easy. You might not feel like it at first, and that's okay. But with practice, you can learn to shift your emotional state. Instead of letting your mind spiral into anger or sadness, try this. Focus on something positive. Perhaps you can think about something you're grateful for, a small victory from your day, or a memory that brings you peace. Use that moment to remind yourself of how far you've come and the lessons you've learned from the pain you've endured. Here's the secret. The more you practice, the more you train your mind to release those old emotions. Over time, you'll notice that the grip those past feelings once had on you weakens. You become less reactive and more in control. Your emotions will begin to follow your lead rather than leading you. But it doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process, and there will be setbacks. There will be times when old feelings resurface. But every time you choose to redirect your thoughts, you strengthen your emotional resilience. You begin to realize that your emotional state is not dictated by external circumstances. It is shaped by the choices you make. Point number 3. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. Forgiveness is not about condoning someone's actions. It's not about letting them off the hook or pretending like nothing ever happened. Forgiveness is about you, it's for you. Jim Rohn wisely said, "Forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you." And this truth holds incredible power, because when we choose not to forgive, we unknowingly give the person who hurt us the ability to control our emotions, even long after the situation has passed. When you hold on to resentment, anger, or bitterness, you're giving that person space in your mind. You're allowing them to occupy your thoughts, your feelings, and your energy. And often, they don't even realize the power you're giving them. They've moved on with their life, but you're still tied to them, emotionally trapped in a past that no longer serves you. Forgiveness isn't easy. It's one of the hardest things we can do. It requires strength, humility, and courage to let go of the hurt. But it is also one of the most liberating acts of self-love you can give yourself. It's the moment you stop being emotionally held hostage by someone else's actions. When you forgive, you free yourself from the chains of bitterness and pain that someone else's behavior created. Think back to a time when forgiveness seemed impossible. Maybe the person didn't even ask for forgiveness, or perhaps they didn't even care. But when you finally made the decision to let go of the bitterness and release the grip that anger had on you, didn't you feel lighter? Didn't you feel freer? That's the power of forgiveness. It doesn't excuse the wrongs done against you, but it releases their hold over you. It allows you to regain your peace and take back control of your emotional life. Forgiveness is not just about the other person. It's about you taking your power back and choosing your peace over your pain. Point number 4, your past doesn't define your future. Jim Rohn often reminded us, don't let your past dictate who you are, but let it be part of who you become. The truth is, we all have a past. We've all experienced setbacks, disappointments, and pain. But here's the key, your past is not your future. What happened back there does not determine what's possible for you moving forward. When you continuously replay the hurts, failures, and mistakes from your past, you're letting those moments define who you are today. You're allowing past pain to dictate your present mindset and influence your future decisions. But here's the secret. You are not bound by what happened to you. You are bound by how you choose to respond to it. Your past might shape you, but it doesn't have to limit you. Every lesson, every challenge, every heartbreak has the potential to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient if you allow it to. Think back to a time when you faced a difficult experience, a painful breakup, a friendship that ended in betrayal, or a career setback that left you doubting yourself. In those moments, it felt like your world was falling apart. But then, at some point, you made the decision to rise above it. You chose to not let the actions of others or your past mistakes hold you back. You took those lessons and used them to fuel your growth. The moment you decided to stop letting your past define you, your future began to change. Remember, your past is a chapter, not your entire book. You get to write the next pages. You have the power to decide who you want to become, no matter what has happened before. Point number 5, the power of letting go. Letting go isn't just about forgiving others. It's about releasing the hold the past has on your present and future. Jim Rohn said, "To get more, you must become more." But in order to become more, you must first let go of the things that are weighing you down, the anger, the resentment, the pain, and the bitterness. Imagine you're carrying a backpack, and each stone in that backpack represents an unresolved emotion, a painful memory, or someone who hurt you. At first, the backpack feels light, but the more you add, the heavier it becomes. Over time, it gets harder and harder to move, to live, and to grow because the weight of the past is holding you down. Now, imagine that you decide to take off that backpack. You choose to release those rocks, those heavy emotions, one by one. Each time you let go, you feel lighter. You feel freer. You create space for new experiences, new relationships, and new opportunities to come into your life. Letting go isn't easy. It takes courage to release what no longer serves you. But when you do, you open the door to growth, to new possibilities, and to a future that is no longer shackled by the pain of the past. Letting go isn't just about forgiving. It's about choosing freedom. Freedom to grow, freedom to love, and freedom to step into the life you're meant to live. The power of letting go is that it makes room for new things. The longer you hold on to the past, the less space there is for new, beautiful things to enter your life. Let go of the weight. Free yourself. Healing begins today. That person, that situation, does not have the right to steal another second of your peace. The freedom you seek is in your hands, and the first step is deciding to release the hurt, forgive, and take control of your emotions. If this video has spoken to you, I encourage you to take action today. Start by leaving a comment. What's one step you can take today to release someone who has hurt you? Hit that like button if you feel empowered to start letting go. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, the best is yet to come. Your journey to emotional freedom starts now.